Lucan, Pharsalia, Episode 12. Aetheris in mensi partem si presseris unam, sentiet axis unus librati pondere caeli, orba tene medio pars aetheris illa sereni, tota vacet nullae quab stent a caesare nubes. Here we have an elision. Lucan continues with his apostrophe to the Emperor Nero, and he says, if you shall have pressed upon. Presseris is a second singular, future perfect, indicative, active, because it is part of a future more vivid conditional, where we have a future indicative in the protasis, the if clause, and a future indicative in the apodosis, the then clause. This is from the verb primo, primere, and that's the third principal part, whence comes the future perfect tense. If you shall have pressed down on one part, unam partem, aetheris in mensi, on one part of the massive ether. So here we have the object, partem, feminine singular accusative, and it's modified by unam in the same gender number case. Then we have the neuter singular, actually aether is masculine if I'm not mistaken, the masculine singular and genitive, which is going with partem possessively. If you shall have pressed down on one part of the massive ether, then the axis shall feel the burden. Axis here is the subject, it's masculine singular and nominative, sentiet from the fourth conjugation verb sentio, sentire, like so, and onus the object in the neuter singular and accusative. So is this making fun of Nero's weight, or is it simply a way of expressing his grandeur, that he's a person of substance? The axis will feel the burden. Therefore, Lucan gives Nero this advice. He says, tene, that is, hold on to the pondera, the weights, select the weights, librati caeli, of the balanced sky in the middle of the earth. So pick a spot where you can balance, not at one extreme in the Arctic like we saw in the last episode, or the other extreme down in the Auster, but pick a central point, orbe medio, and hold on to the weights of the balanced sky. So we have pondera as the object, neuter plural, and accusative. This is a third declension noun, pondus, ponderus, like so. It's neuter, as I said. And then it has librati and caeli in the genitive here, the singular genitive. Tene, second singular, present imperative and active, and orba medio, an ablative of location. Now Lucan concludes this portion with these two lines. He says, pars illa tota, let that entire part, illa tota, that entire part of the calm ether, let it remain free, wacet. So this is a subjunctive from the first conjugation verb, waco, wacare. The E here tells us it's a present subjunctive. Let that entire part of the calm ether remain empty, and may nullae nubes, may no clouds, nullae nubes. This is the new subject, feminine plural and nominative. May no clouds obstruct our view of Caesar, stand in the way or get in the way of Caesar. So here we have obstent, which like wacent is subjunctive from the first conjugation verb obsto, obstare, and the subject, as I said, is nubes, modified by nullae, and then a caesare is going to be an ablative of separation, with caesare, of course, in the masculine singular and ablative. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the lesson, please press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment.